All right, we are back with Deadly Dungeon. Our party has just made it to the strange room of challenges with these strange construct beings. The one who just named the 6 tests of brawn, speed, endurance, intellect, charm, and wit asks you, or instructs you, any member may perform each test, but must perform on their own merit. Cheating is not allowed. And as they speak, or as you hear them speak, you see in the full helm that makes up their head, there is like a flickering flame that glows and flickers as it speaks. And then when it pauses, it's just like a low waving of light.
Can I try to understand how these things were created, Nick, as an artificer?
How are you? Oh.
Like, you want me to make an Arcana check to determine their enchantment? Can I make a smithing tools check to determine the construction of their bodies? Or...
So yeah, if you're trying to understand how they are like actually constructed, like the design, it sounds like it's the latter. But if you're trying to understand like where they come from, like the nature of that, that's more like lore.
Okay, I'll try to understand their body's construction, to understand how they're put together, at least physically.
Sure.
Do you want me to make a smithing tool intelligence check?
Yes, please.
You got it. Let's do it up. Wow, all right.
Wow, +9.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is unlike anything you've ever seen. You expect there to be some sort of magic involved, because you can't really identify the physical characteristics that make these. It's all the mechanical pieces are just so well hidden, like you can't discern anything.
Okay, Zagig, I don't understand these beings' creation. Do you have any knowledge of?
Yeah, I've got an idea. I'll step forward and I am telling you a lie. How do they respond?
That is a great question. Oh my god.
Oh,
they do not break. I am breaking because it's late. I think they respond, save it for the challenges.
Damn, that used to work a lot back in the 80s and 70s.
And
it sure did.
You see Malcolm with his hands over Jojo's ears, looking incredulously at Zagig.
And I step up from there and say, I think we do. You're one chance right there. Huh?
I shake my head, just like, what is this guy? Like, nobody understands him. He's just jibber jab.
I mean, they seem quite cordial. I think we're going to do some tests. What is cheating? Just out of clarification for the rules' sake.
Not performing of your own merit.
Would Jojo be able to compete?
The being looks at Jojo and asks, "Can you speak for yourself, Jojo?"
I am a fully operational unit.
It's going to like walk up. Its posture is not threatening, but its movements are very sudden.
It's like JoJo. Is what you're
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk,
Yeah.
but its posture is not very threatening. It's like very open.
I'll gesture Jojo to go forwards. That way you can be in the middle.
It will like look down at Jojo, and it's going to try and understand Jojo a little more. Is Jojo sentient?
It has the sentience of an animal. It has a 4 intelligence. So similar to a gorilla, actually. Very similar in nature.
Matrix is crumbling.
This is a companion, not a member of your party.
Oh, well, don't hurt his feelings, but okay.
Yeah. I go up to Jojo and I, give him a pat on the back and say, "It's okay, buddy."
This one is not adequate for service. Jojo goes back, stiltedly walking, mirroring the shield bot.
So, which of you four will perform a test?
Guess I'll do strength.
Of course, Macbeth, if you want to go first.
Yeah, I'll. He's kind of nervous of these things that he's never seen, but whatever happens is fate. So he'll go, and where should I go?
Please come over here, sit, kneel, or stand if you wish, and it will gesture towards the table where it will walk over, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. It will pull the seat back, the chair, and it will kneel down at the table, bring up its arm, place it on the table, and say, "The test of brawn will be an arm wrestling match."
Oh, getting ready for it, and I'll say, "May the best man win," and I give him a handshake.
You offer a handshake?
I offer him a handshake before it happens.
That is not the correct posture.
And I say,
Like this. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and it like resets its arm.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Give me a athletics check, please.
I own this guy.
Whoa!
Does its arm come off?
Yeah, it should. It might.
Oh God, I'll get the mending.
Sure. You take its arm off, and it goes, "This has not happened before."
No, it's all right. I'm qualified to repair models of your caliber. Let me help.
This is unnecessary, and it will hold its other arm out to ask you for the arm back, Macbeth.
And I'll say, "Give me a handshake first." The other arm.
You did do a good job.
You may shake my arm if you wish before you return it.
I chuckle, I give it a little shake, and I give him the arm back.
Okay. It takes the arm and holds it back in place in the socket, and after about 15 seconds, it begins moving the arm again.
How did you do that?
My maker has given me this quality.
I don't suppose I could come closer and you could do that again.
I would rather not.
Oh, sorry.
Who's your maker?
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Very well. You have beaten us at brawn. Other tests remain. Who will challenge us?
So while all that was going on, I wanted to pull that diary out of my bucket and take a look at it.
Yes. Is this the only thing you grabbed?
Grab the diary and the book that described us.
Mm-hmm.
That book is gone. The
How about the
diary remains, however. The first page is blank still, the second page has an entry, and the third page has whatever you wrote on it.
I wrote they were triumphant in the against the first encounter. I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to write, "They so impressed the robots that the robots decided to accompany them throughout the rest of the dungeon and lend them a hand." And I'll put the book away. We'll see if that has any impact.
Okay. I ask you once again, who will attempt the next challenge?
Well, I suppose I have the most nimble of fingers in our party. You said something about a challenge of dexterity?
Yes. We will play the hand slap game.
But your hands are huge. Ow. Okay.
Ka-chunk. Please step forward.
It's not as easy to repair myself as it is to repair you, but fair enough. Am I on top or bottom?
An unfortunate quality of your kin.
Well, I try to improve.
I say, Mr. Tony Stark Iron Man there. If I were to give some advice to Malcolm ahead of time before he engaged with you, would that be cheating?
Advice is not problematic for this challenge.
So, okay, Malcolm, can I give you a word of encouragement real quick over here?
Sure. And Malcolm holds up a finger for the massive robot to wait. And walks over to Zaggy.
Say, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Part of this is being fast, but the other part is maybe being deceptive. Maybe try to fake them out. And if you can successfully deceive him, maybe you can get advantage on pulling your hands back in time.
I'm not a very good liar. Are you better at it? Perhaps you should go in my stead. I've got fast hands, though. I mean, they don't call me fine hand for nothing.
I don't know. I mean, if my arthritis weren't still acting up, but I could give it a shot. You might say, that my deception modifier is just a big 0, but I don't know how that compares.
Better than mine. If in some fabricated number system, I would say around -1, as your module state.
See, actually, that's something I've picked up on over the ages. Is not many people seem to realize this, but the entire universe seems to be quantifiable in terms of 5%.
That sounds like
I know it sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true. And so I as far as being quick with my hands, I would say that I'm about 15% better than the average person. I don't know about you.
About a 25.
All right. Sounds like, still, it's not going to hurt to try to deceive, right?
I
might get lucky.
Isn't that cheating? Won't that be cheating?
I don't see how that'd be cheating.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, isn't that just part of the whole game? You try to fake people out?
That does make sense. You know what? I better get going before we run out of Macbeth's buff spells.
In addition to poor regenerative powers, your kin are quite verbose.
Yes.
You don't have to compliment us. We're coming along.
All right. Am I on top or bottom?
Oh, come on. That's not even that. That's
Does that count as the joke? Did we win that one?
Give me a charisma or a Jesus Christ.
At advantage?
Performance? Can I have a performance?
That can be, yeah, I'll allow performance.
Oh my god. No.
Save it for the joke challenge. And the construct will hold out their hands on the top.
Okay.
And you will need to attempt to slap their hands before they pull them away.
So the time before I do slap it, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to and try to deceive the robot into believing I'm about to.
Give me a what kind of check would that be? That would be.
You want a sleight of hand check?
Well, the check itself is a sleight of hand check. Give me a deception check.
Sure. Why not? With dexterity?
Well, because you said you're like trying to pretend like you're not.
Yeah. So I'm like looking away, and then I like jerk my hand a little bit to get him to like react to it.
Yeah.
And then when he's coming back, I'm gonna...
This won't hurt.
Okay.
This is just a matter of how much does this improve.
Sure.
Okay. Give me your sleight of hand check then.
10.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, they do not notice what you're doing when you try to fool them, but they do react very quickly. As soon as like you're like kind of like shifting your hands around a little, and then you begin to move for it, and not like a moment later they pull away. And they will slap your hand in return, dealing some damage.
Ow.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, ow. Oof.
I see what you're trying to do there.
You did. That's impressive. How? See, I have more questions for you, but we should really finish this game before we can talk.
Yes, let us go again.
Right.
And they'll hold it up again.
I'm just going to go for the... Actually, if it doesn't hurt, I'm just going to try the deception method again. All right, that time it doesn't matter.
All right, your sleight of hand, please.
24.
Oh.
There we go.
Stop that. That is not in the spirit of the game. But you did a very good job. That
Thank
was
you.
quite fast.
Well, you have to be when you're working with pistons and motors. You know, you get your fingers trapped in those things. It hurts a lot worse than you hitting my hand.
You hear that? They're still using pistons and motors. Again, we are not at the joke section of the challenges.
Hey. Malcolm just nods kind of indignantly and moves back.
Endurance, intellect, charm, wit. Which challenge would you like to perform next?
Well, I think Georgie has the keenest insight out of all of us. Perhaps you should give that a whirl.
Oh, yeah, I do. And I kind of lean to you. You think I'm insightful?
I mean, you do speak the softest, and that means you carry the biggest stick. You do have a club. That makes a lot of sense. You know what?
Hey.
Yes.
It's not a club. It's a... Say it with me. Shillelagh.
Such a weird word.
Uh,
Okay.
I start sighing audibly.
And I step up. Yeah, I'll get you for this wet hand. I can beat you all day and all night.
Real quick, Macbeth, your shield of faith has dissipated. Meanwhile, the construct says, I am not programmed with this language. What are they saying?
He wants to take you on in the challenge of wits.
I see. And the construct will begin walking towards this curtain. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And it will very carefully slip it open and tuck itself behind the curtain, close it behind it. And it will return carrying glasses and a jug of wine, which it will set on this table here. It will pour wine into both cups, and it will take a vial out of like some sort of cavity in its body, and it will pour the powdery, white powdery substance into one of the cups. It will take both cups behind it and turn around away from you. And then it will return and set the cups down on the table and say, the battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide and we both drink and find out who is right and who is injured.
I kind of call out when he says that. Injured? If you drank that, you would get injured?
Indeed, I would. As would you all.
Well, Jojo would be fine, but I assume. I think. I don't know.
Well, shrugs.
No. They are immune. One of the many reasons they are not allowed to perform the tests.
That makes sense. That would be cheating.
So I need a check from you. Intelligence. I believe
It's insight, right?
it was an insight check. Yes.
And before that, I want to kind of scoff. Did the Indians question the world? I just look at both of them and say, obviously, I take the one that isn't poison. And I look back and grin at everybody.
Malcolm gives you the thumbs up. So yeah.
I
give
have
him
my
a-
doubts, but yeah, he's pretty wise.
Yeah, I give a clap.
All right, an insight check, please.
Right.
Oh,
Indeed, it is that easy. Well done. And they will take the other cup and drink it, and then like shudder. Then
That's why you always pick the one that doesn't have the poison. It's pretty understandable. I don't know.
this construct will look back at the others and be like, "He is so far beyond my understanding." And he'll look back and say, "In a good way." And then he'll take the wine and cups and return them behind the curtain, being very careful not to like display anything on what's on the other side of the curtain.
You don't have any wings back there, do you? I notice you got this barbecue over there, and you got wine. Any wings?
Unfortunately, no. If you wish to cook your remaining chicken, you may use Chunk the fire.
Do you have any wing sauce by chance and ranch?
No, we like sweet and sour.
Oh, well, that's a lovely.
Well, that'll work too. Any ranch?
No.
See, wings, they are the perfect dungeon food. For the immediate energy, you got the sugar in the wing sauce. For the middle release energy, you got the carbs in the ranch. And for the long release energy, you got the protein.
This makes perfect sense.
That's why he is the smartest out of all of us.
Then perhaps the challenge of intellect next. And they will go behind the curtain once again and bring out a dragon chessboard and set it on the table.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, the dragon chessboard I saw they were just round discs, and
I say, I used to play a lot of dragon chess back in the day. You could say that I happen to be proficient in it.
wait,
And,
really? You play dragon chess?
Yes, all nobles do. It was not like I chose this skill just for this thing. That would be absurd.
And I whispered to everybody else, "The one guy here looks like he plays maybe pony chess."
Georgie,
Anyways.
you're lucky I'm the only one who understands what you're saying.
Unless anyone has like above a +4. And
Oh, and Zagig's strange, like, quasi-dimensional number scale? Yes, no, I don't. I don't.
okay, I'll go and take a seat.
All right. The construct will move the chair, pull the chair back, and then kneel at the table and say, "Would you like to play black or white?"
Well, statistically, white has an advantage when playing, so I'll choose white.
Yes, so they say. And
yeah, it's one of the truths of this world.
And they will begin to engage with you in dragon chess. Do you have a proficiency with it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, give me.
Oh my! I school this boy. I school him. I school him.
Shouldn't have let him play the white side, I guess.
Yeah, and I was like, I told you. Statistically, white's better off. First turn advantage.
They like tilt and scratch their head when you just totally clean their clock and say, "That was perhaps the best game of dragon chess I have seen. Sometimes we sit here and run simulations." And there's like this strange moment where they all, like, you know how looping GIFs kind of have like a stutter as the GIF like resets?
Mhm.
They all do that while he says the word simulate. And then suddenly it just stops. And he says, but I've never seen that one before. Well done. Thank you. Thank you.
Give him a handshake.
They will return your handshake.
Yeah.
The Hollywood handshake, for those of you who watch
Yeah.
the Great British Bake Off. They will return the dragon chessboard to the space behind the curtain and return and say, charm and endurance remain.
Oh.
Malcolm, I gotta say, this Macbeth's here. He's pretty much a demigod. I mean, this guy's got everything going for him. I can't see anything but a bright, shiny future for him and a long life.
Yes, I mean, he is a noble. That is a facet of our way of life, is that the nobility simply prosper while... You've told me about this before, Zagig. We should not have-
Yep, 1%.
Right, that strange nomenclature and discombobulated numbering system you have.
Well, honestly, I guess you'd make him the 5%, because like I said, it's... Well, I mean, sometimes loot tables are like quantified in 1%. But most actions in the world are quantified at most 5%.
You know, Georgie might speak in tongues, but you speak far more in riddles.
Yeah, well anyway, Mr. Robot, sir, I was wondering that poster over there, is that like yours, or could just anybody have it?
That is ours.
All right.
What is it?
You look upon the poster and you see a Warforged Titan.
That is a mighty impressive machine. What do you call that thing?
A Warforged Titan.
Oh,
Is that your creator?
No.
Oh.
Who is your creator? I ask again.
Which challenge would you like to perform next? Endurance or charm?
How about if we win this challenge, you tell us who your creator is?
Who would like to perform the next challenge?
Well,
I'll
he doesn't
do-
want to be interesting. Never mind.
I guess I'll do endurance, maybe? Who wants to do it?
Well, it's either that or Zagig is going to make them laugh. And he's fairly good at it.
What do you mean?
Well, you've been practicing your stand-up, Zagig, haven't you?
I mean, I have, but you know, I got to tell you, I've been lying to you. When I go off to the club and I kind of knock the broom and dustpan in the bucket, I've just been cleaning. They won't let me go up there. I keep hoping that, if maybe you get my foot in the door, but honestly, they started me on the ticket booth and moved me back to janitor. I mean, I don't know why anyone would think I could make anybody laugh.
Oh.
You think, I mean,
we're a captive audience. If ever there was ever a time, Zagig, to try, it probably would be
This is
now.
your moment.
you think
I start
so?
pounding on the table, slowly, zagging, woo woo.
Yeah, exactly. You miss all the sense you don't take,
Right, what Georgie said.
I don't know. I mean, they told me I was as funny as River Crutch, which to me, I think that'd be hilarious. I mean, lean over, it's like, whoa, and boom. Or imagine the person with their, they got their leg broke because they're just like, whoa, bouncing around on the River Crutch, getting along all over the place like some kind of deranged kangaroo.
You're gonna need a banana.
Apparently, they
peel or
thought
mess
it
up
was
that one.
not funny. So I guess I'm not getting the sense of humor there. But if you think so, I mean, everyone else has been doing something. All right.
Give me a performance check, please. This is so amusing. I'm just gonna give you a free attempt.
Now I have advantage on performance. Oh no, I don't have. I don't have advantage.
Oh! Oh!
That makes so much sense.
My
Okay.
God.
I'm gonna. These crits are fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna offer you what I call a devil's bargain, Rob. They will think that this is incredibly funny and you'll pass the challenge. or they will not find you funny, but I will show you what's behind the curtain. You choose.
Oh,
So I fail this and take some damage, but I get to see what's behind the curtain.
No, this is a free attempt because you had not committed to the challenge, but this is like either so good or so embarrassing that you get to determine the outcome.
I guess I just want to make sure I'm understanding this. So I can either see what's behind the curtain or get the success here.
Yes, and either way there will be no damage.
Okay,
So
I
you
want
can
to see
always
what's
just
behind
roll
the
again.
curtain.
They respond to this monologue with, "Stick to your day job for cleaning. We have some refuse in the back if you'd like to take it for us." And
Well, that's what the bucket's for. I'll go back there with the bucket.
Okay. One of the bouncers will open the curtain for you and allow you to pass.
oh God.
You can't see very well back here. Can you see? How well can you see?
I can see elf good.
Yeah, so it's very dim for you. You see a cabinet on top of which is the dragon chessboard, as well as wine and wine cups. There are two very ornate-looking chests here. There's also this strange-looking device that you would recognize from your travels as a steam turbine. There is a large pipe coming into it through the wall. It is like idling.
Does it look like maybe the turbine turns and it winds these guys up?
There is a coil that you might discern emits some sort of charge.
Okay, so this generates electricity and they get charged up.
Yes, that would be a fair assumption.
All right, I'm gonna look at these two chests here.
The
Oh no.
construct pokes their head in and says, "The trash is right there on the cabinet," and there's just some clutter on the top of the cabinet.
All right.
I'll
You know,
start talking to
I'm
it,
the
too.
janitor here. You don't have to tell me. I'm the expert. They didn't give me a degree in sanitation engineering for nothing, you know. If you get in here and you're trying to tell me about trash, that could lead to some kind of fatal engineering error.
Wait, engineer, do you need some help back there?
Be quick about it. There
I
are still
will.
2 challenges to go.
Okay, hey, what's that out there? Is that some kind of distraction or something?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I guess I could try telling a joke if Zagig actually is going to clean back there.
Yeah, go ahead while he's doing this. Step forward and give me a check.
I'm gonna wait and
Well,
say,
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna wait
where
until
is
there's.
what is he saying is the refuse on top of the cabinet?
There's just some trash there. I don't have
On top of here?
art for it. Yes.
Okay, I'll come over here. He's looking at me.
Yes, actively.
I look at the other robot and I say, "Sir, please, you have to come over here. Otherwise, the joke won't work."
This one will step forward. Tell your joke.
Well, I mean, I had hoped you would all hear it. Zagig was teaching me the joke, and it works better with the full audience. But
Not the 3
All right,
robots,
I say,
right?
I'll tell the robot that's looking at me here is like, you know, this chest here doesn't look too good either. The seams on this are coming. This thing, like, you could have some mechanical, massive mechanical failure. This whole thing could blow up, take the room down, maybe even destroy that steam thing over there. You sure you want me to take this out too?
Do not touch the equipment. You may wipe down the chest if you wish. Okay, so cards on the table. If Malcolm can crit this joke, I will let you pull from one of the chests. If you can successfully do a sleight of hand or something to get into the chest quickly without them noticing, you can pull from the chest. But if you are caught, it will be bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, I am just going to
Basically
be...
our death.
Like, I didn't want to kind of break down and tell people mechanically what's going to happen with stuff in the dungeon, because that's not really the spirit of it. But like,
No, I got the feeling that that's
this.
yeah.
I just want to be explicitly clear about this.
So all right. Let me get some kind of.
All right.
You know, it's got some magical cleaning here. Let me loosen up a little bit. It helps loosen up the dirt so I can polish the chest.
Look, it's a bit of a prop comedy. I kind of need JoJo as well in order to encapsulate it, and I was hoping to have at least your participation as well. Is that okay? That you help me with this joke? Zagig's kind of working on it right now.
Oh, yeah, I just needed a moment here. So you know the prestidigitation. It's a mage's best cleaning friend here. Let me just. Is that okay with you, Mr. Robot Guy? It's fine. I can go ahead and cast my prestidigitation and help me clean this. It just loosens up the dust a bit.
You may cast your spell to clean. Be quick about it.
All right. I cast minor illusion of the chest itself.
All right.
So that if I reach into it, it looks like it's just the chest and nothing has happened.
Ooh, okay. Link me this spell.
All right, it's just a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Let me find it here.
Oops, I just shifted it. Sorry, it's still peeking in.
All right. Malcolm goes and fetches the chair. From this table here, and squeak brings it back into the middle and says, "Jojo, come here. I need you. They need to get a visual, otherwise this won't work." And he commands Jojo to stand on the chair. How many robots does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
3. 1 to hold the bulb, and he commands Jojo to hold his hand up as if he were holding a bulb, and 2 to turn the ladder. he starts turning.
I would have said 2, but they have to be very small robots.
Okay. Dang it.
Give me a performance check, Malcolm.
Sure. 21.
Oh, wow. Natural 19.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
We're. Oh.
That team's so beautiful.
And like Malcolm's got a shit-eating grin as he's turning Jojo in the chair.
I'm praying to Tempos, just whatever tomfoolery is gonna happen. But she already knows what's going to happen.
Okay. With your minor illusion, give me a sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay, so I am like pretending, like polishing the chest, and I'm gonna try to sneak one hand in with the illusion concealing everything here.
Okay. Cards on the table, they rolled really poorly.
Oh!
Oh god.
Oh god, please!
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 Sleight of hand.
Oh!
How poorly did they roll?
Let's see. Investigation uses intelligence. So they rolled a 4.
Oh my god! Rob, you lucky duck.
You slip your hand into the chest, and inside you pull out an amulet.
I just slide it into the bucket, like I'm get materials out. I'm not even going to look at what it was right now, and I'll just arrange everything in the in the bucket so it covers that. I use my sleeve to give it a last polish. I grab the refuse off the cabinet, and I'll step on out.
Thank you for your service.
Don't mention it. It's my duty as a Grey Hawkian.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other 2 constructs out here are like, har, 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 har. Very good. 1 challenge remains. Endurance. Can you hold your breath longer than me?
Malcolm looks over at Zagig like briefly because Zagig's kind of taught Malcolm a little bit about performing, and he teaches him a little bit about what he does while he performs, which is why Malcolm is good at sleight of hand. And so he looks over at Zagig and like gives him the eye of like, did you find something?
I'll like what is an example of some of the refuse here?
There's just like empty wine bottles, some broken dragon chess pieces, there would have been a bucket probably full of like charcoal and ash.
Yeah, like lift up one of the empty bottles, like, check this out. We can turn it back in for the deposit. They've just given us gold, man.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think we should give them the grand finale, or do you think we should save that for those that would deserve to see it? What do you think, Zagig?
I think those that deserve to see it. I mean, I think if we do a good job, these guys might come along and help us, right?
I look at him and I say, I don't think so.
Yeah, these robots, they're really nice. Keep it complimenting me. Nobody's complimenting me my whole life. My mom didn't compliment me.
I talked to you, Georgie, but fair enough.
You never compliment me, though. You just tell me, okay, yeah.
All right, well, I'm just going to stand over here and cast a ritual spell myself to keep myself entertained.
All right. Well, if there's no grand finale, I'm sorry, friends. We were perfecting something as a part of that act that we were going to show you, but it's not ready yet, to be perfectly honest. So I suppose, what's this?
I mean, do you guys really think so?
I think so.
The best part is they can come with us, and when it's ready, we can show it to them. So they just come with us until it's ready.
Would you like to see the grand finale? Malcolm says, looking at the three robots.
No, I would like to perform the final test.
Oh.
The grand finale is pretty good, and it might actually have something to do with the test.
Okay, let's put a pin in this. I just want to go over some homebrew rules for attunement for the dungeon. Attuning to magic items in this dungeon requires 1 minute or 10 rounds rather than an hour. All other attunement rules apply. So if you are considering casting a spell to keep yourself entertained to attune, it does not need to be very long.
Not the grand finale we were thinking of. Do you guys really? I think we should show them the grand finale. Like,
I mean, it's Zagig's, act. If he's not comfortable with it,
I mean, I guess we could give it a try.
You want
All
to?
right,
big or
guys.
go home.
All right, guys. So here's how this whole thing works. Okay, so I set right over here. I draw an X on the ground with my chalk,
Mm-hmm.
and I pull. You remember at the beginning of this, in the very first room, I cut a 2-foot length of rope.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to stand back, and with my final 2nd level spell, I cast Rope Trick over here. Rope Trick, the rope goes up, and the extra dimensional space opens at the end of the rope. So there's now an extra dimensional space that can only be viewed from below, meaning it's invisible to everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
They can see the rope, they can't see the extra dimensional space.
Okay.
I said, all right then. So watch this. You ever seen like someone pull a rabbit out of a hat?
Why would someone keep a rabbit in a hat?
Well, it's like a classic. So, but you might have seen that, but maybe you've never seen a rabbit pulled out of a bag. And so I hand the bag of holding over to Gary.
Okay.
And I say, Gary, you know what to do. It's time for the big trick. Gary flies over to holding the bag because he's got 3 strength, so he can easily carry the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Lands on the ground underneath the rope trick. I say, Gary, thank you for your service. And Gary flies up into the extra-dimensional space with the bag of holding. Kaboom! They get blasted into the astral plane.
I'll go post the text.
Okay. Okay, so if I'm understanding you correctly, when you bring a bag of holding into another like pocket dimension, it explodes.
It's not really explodes. It blasts everything in a 10-foot radius to the astral plane.
That's the text from the bag of holding, by the way.
Huh.
God.
Okay.
Through to a random location
Okay.
in the astral plane.
All right. What do they say? These two get immediately sucked up and disappear. While this one is getting dragged away, they say, "Reminder: cheating is not allowed."
Jesus.
I'll say, I beg to differ.
And they're
Works.
gone.
It worked! That wasn't supposed to work!
All right, there's one more chest in there, guys. Let's check it out.
Heard the word gold. I just assumed it. Wait, chest. What, did you find a potion?
I found this necklace thing here. And then there's another chest in there. Might have something too. No, I meant when I say gold, I meant there's these bottles. You can turn them in, and you get the deposit for them. This is a bigger scam than the whole ladder pole thing.
Oh.
But anyway, we got something in the chest. Let's go check that out.
Wait.
Right.
I tell everyone to get. Wait. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm just so in shock right now. Look, that worked.
Those guys are stupid. They fall for anything.
Well, you did-
So real quick. So this used a spell slot to cast Rope Trick.
Yes, my last 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. I didn't see
Saved
you link
specifically
it, so...
for that purpose.
Okay. Okay.
Malcolm just looks astonished that worked.
Yeah, don't think Nick expected that tonight.
Yeah.
Where's Rope Trick on here? I don't see Rope Trick on your character sheet.
Uh-oh.
It's under 2nd level? Wait, what?
Oh, no.
Oh, crud. I was doing this. I made the character the first time.
Oh, no.
No.
We definitely had the spell. There's no way.
Yeah, we had it. I made, like, different versions of this character.
Oh no.
Oh,
Didn't you? I thought you deleted Shadowblade for it, though, Rob.
Yeah, I
Did you do
deleted Shadowblade because that's a
Xanathar's guide
It was
spell.
Xanathar's guide and had to...
Yeah. Oh, we
Okay.
put the
So that was supposed to get traded out. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey,
Go,
we'll trade
go
off, you'll
ahead
take damage.
and take your last spell slot. Take 5 damage for using a spell that you don't have on your character sheet, even though you did communicate that.
Yeah,
you were
we've been
swapping it.
planning this out, including with...
like a week.
Yes,
with
I was included on the messages where you said you were going to swap it out. So
To be fair, depending on the backlash, I wasn't associated.
the intent was there.
Yeah, and it was we've even got the one of the creators saying that, like, yeah, it's a one-way trip to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so go ahead and take 5 damage for using the spell that you don't actually have on your sheet.
Yep.
And we'll
That's-
just take
that's
that
more than
part of the
fair.
cost. And here you all will be, alone with a big pile of firewood, a poster of a Warforged Titan, and a room behind a curtain with some more stuff.
Oh, I'm taking that poster, by the way, but we should go open the chest first.
Okay. You open the chest, and inside you find a ring of protection.
Oh my god. This is the biggest scam ever.
Do I see the turbine, by the way?
Yes, the steam turbine is in there. Let me show you all what that looks like. This is the room.
Oh my goodness, what is this piece of technology? Malcolm says as he walks up to the steam turbine. Can I investigate it?
Yeah.
Or make a smithing's tools check to understand how it was made?
I think you'd understand it. It's a steam turbine. There's steam coming through. It is turning an engine, which is generating a form of energy that you do not understand.
Is it like? Does it feel like that same ion feeling I have when I cast Shocking Grasp from my hands?
No.
Oh my goodness! What is this? What is this making? Zaggy, get in here. Have you cast your detect magics on this?
It won't let me in for some reason. I don't know if the fate has to pull me in or what.
Holy shit. Wow.
Malcolm, I have an idea. Whatever this thing does, what if we point it into the next room and use it?
Well, we can't open the door, and I don't know if it would come with us. And it seems to be attached to the wall.
You cannot attach anything. Even
Yeah,
fish.
so it's like
You could certainly shoot it into the astral plane.
So yeah, this kind of thing, it got really popular around 200, which is all steampunky kind of. I mean, I don't know what steam powered goggles is supposed to do, but apparently that was a thing, and everyone was into with the big top hats and petticoats and gizmos and gears kind of thing.
While we're doing that, I'll say, who wants the Amulet of Health and the Ring of Protection?
Wait, we found that? Oh my goodness. You, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're the tank.
And what about the Ring of Protection?
You.
Both?
You're the tank.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure to put on a very new player to this game.
You're up front.
Well,
Take it and be grateful, damn it. And then I spit at your feet.
but
Well, actually, how if we had to quantify how tough you are on a scale of
Your
1
number
to 20, how tough would you be? Do you think?
let's say about a 14 on the I have about toughness or my constitution, would you say?
I mean, you can call it Constitution if you want.
Yeah, about a 14 out of 20.
All right. So, I mean, I guess two ways to look at it. We could buff up our tank, or we could figure out who would get the greatest benefit from it and give it to them.
Macbeth, I'm the same as you. See, we're twinsies. You know.
And I'm the same as well. So I really think it should go to Macbeth. He's the one that takes the most amount of punishment.
All righty.
Same with the
So
ring.
if we were to quantify, let's see, that would give him get
12.
another.
Do I understand?
Yeah.
If you're not, I understand your numbering system correctly. 12.
Yeah. So you're getting the hang of this.
Yes, it's very difficult to understand. Also, we need to get moving because time
Yeah.
is.
That's
of the
true.
essence.
That's true.
The color
All right.
of the walls, the curtain, chests, the turbine, all of it begins to fade.
All right. I'm just gonna cast this ritual spell real quick since we usually have time for one ritual spell.
You're going to take 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Yep.
Could you quickly eat that berry just in case those creatures show up again? Georgie, you still have one of your wonder berries, don't you?
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful. Go ahead.
Thanks. I could use one as well before we go through this, what I assume to be a final door.
These are 6, right?
I got 4 left, so give her 1 each. Okay, now I'm down 2. Alright.
All right, let me cast a spell, and then if anyone's else got some any kind of buff ups they want to do.
So should I tune both of these items then?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that. Is it 1 minute, Nick?
1 minute each.
1 minute each. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll spend a.
Zagig, what are you doing?
I'm ritually casting summon Jeeves,
What?
unseen servant.
That's what he calls it.
Unseen servant.
Also, yeah, there you go. Good man. Do we want to have our enchantments into this final room going before or after we open the door? We'll lose 3 rounds of it.
I'm going in blade singing, man. I don't think. I mean,
We won't have
let's
time.
be honest. I mean, what fight lasts more than 30 seconds?
Are you casting right now while you're talking?
Yes, I'm ritually casting unseen
Okay.
servant.
It has
Okay.
a somatic component, so.
You mean verbal?
Or yes, sorry, I get somatic and verbal mixed up.
Yep, so I'm gonna cast it.
Yep. Okay, so that will complete in 10 minutes on round 389.
Macbeth, Georgie, you know what incantations you need to enchant us into this next room, yes? We've talked about this before when we find such dangerous metal-barred doors, clearly indicating, as Zage would put it, a boss fight.
Yeah.
I'm
Should I
a
do it
boss.
before or after?
Before we go in the room.
Okay.
But we need to do it as we're about to enter the door, okay?
Yeah, like, can we cast something when there's 1 round left since we have 1 hand free? Because we have 1 hand on the door, right?
Concentrating on the door to move through it requires an action.
Does it break concentration?
No, you all have moved through doors while concentrating on other spells.
Okay.
So do you want me to do it before or after?
Before we all touch the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll take 3 rounds away, but gotta do it.
Then you won't have to do it in the fight.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Bless.
No, not right now.
Yeah, no, not right now, but I'm just calling it out ahead of time. I'm gonna do Bless level 2 right before we, right when we're putting our hands on the door or whatever, and then take the 3 rounds.
Okay, so here let's walk through this. So, Macbeth, the room has begun to fade when you start focusing on attuning to each of the items. Which do you attune to first?
The Amulet of Health.
Okay. Your Constitution increases to 19, which raises your con score from a 3 to a 4, so you gain 6 HP maximum.
Okay, so Constitution changes to a 19.
Yes, so your score goes from a 3 to a 4, and since it increased by 1, your health increases by 1 for every level. So 6 HP increased.
Wait, he has 14 con, not 16 con.
Yeah, I have 14 con.
I'm looking.
I have 16. I have 16 strength.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Sorry. It was what was it before?
14, so he had 2 mod.
Okay, so you increase your maximum HP by 12. My mistake.
So
And does it
64.
And does it scale with that, or do we have to heal him up to that?
No, it increases with it. You gain the HP. There you go, 64 HP. The second one is the Ring of Protection, which I am just completely forgetting what that does. I think it just increases your AC by 1, which is also ridiculous.
And saves.
And saves. Okay, yeah. So you increase your saves by 1, and you gain 1 AC.
Is there somewhere where I can add that, or
The global AC AC fields on your character sheet. You can add a +1 from that.
global AC? I'm a little blind.
If you go to the cog wheel on your character sheet, and you go to show global AC modifier field, you can click that, have a check mark next to it, and then It would be in the. Turn that off. In the below attacks and spellcasting, you'll have a box that says global AC modifier. You can change the name to Ring of Protection and change its value.
Oh, show global AC modifier. Click check.
Yep.
And you said where it was? Where does it go now? Can I go
Below
back to
attack.
core?
Yeah, back to core, below attacks and spellcasting.
Okay.
And it's a +1. Okay.
And then make sure it's clicked on with a blue check mark next to value of name.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. By the time you finish, the color of the room is quite pale. It is the room's state is deteriorating rapidly, and you are only 2 minutes into your casting, Zagig.
Does it seem like it's faster than before? And I'm not gonna have time to get this off.
So about a minute later, 3 minutes into your 10 minutes of casting, the room begins to lose definition. The textures just become really plain. The logs, for example, just basically look like cylinders.
Is this faster than it has in previous times, or?
It's hard to say. Yes, for some, yes. For others, no. But it does not appear like it is moving at a rate that you your spell in.
All right.
And
In that
part
case,
of that, part of what signify or what clues you in on that is as soon as things begin to lose definition, they just turn pale white, like completely pale white with the sketched outlines. There are no erratic squigglies, which we've seen before. Things just become white, and the far side of the room just suddenly begins to disappear.
Oh God.
All right. In that case, I'm going to say, well, no time for Jeeves. And I will use the magic weapon scroll
Okay.
on my rapier and think about doing that.
Okay.
And then once it goes off, then I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and then I'll put my hand on the door thing.
Okay. So on round 318, you're going to use the scroll of magic weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and on round 319, mage hand.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take this nice and slow. How long? Let's see, magic weapon. How long does that last?
An hour, I believe. It's
Oh,
concentration,
okay,
though.
great. Then we won't worry about that.
During his minute casting, we can get in position, right, Nick? To
Yes.
just be
Yeah.
in front of the door?
That's fine.
Okay. Malcolm turns to the two behind him and says, "Georgie, Macbeth, is there any concentration spells you want to have up going before we go in the door? Maybe your shield, Macbeth, or something like that."
Yep. Gonna do it.
Yeah. I will cast. Yeah, I'll cast my shield, but I'll have to cast that at level 2. So I'm out of level 1 slots, and I'll have 1 level 2 slot left.
Okay. So you are now concentrating on Shield of Faith, which brings your AC up to 23.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then just whenever we like all plan, I just want to like call it out just in case. Just before we put our hands on the door, I'm gonna cast my Channel Divinity.
Ooh.
But that's when we all go down there.
And same thing with Georgie's bless spell, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I'm putting it out there for when we put our hand on the door. It's gonna be the 4 of us that get it.
Okay, so
gets blessed.
the round before touching the door, there will be Channel Divinity and Bless. Are there any other spells being cast like the round before moving through the door?
Yes.
What else?
Shillelagh.
You're gonna cast both Bless and Shillelagh?
Yeah.
Yep.
But shall
Action
I
and bonus
cancel?
action.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
and I'm doing the Mage Hand right before we go through the door.
Okay.
So on the same round that they do the bless. Ross
Okay.
did the-
Are there any spells being cast before that besides Shield of Faith?
No.
The
Okay.
magic weapon before that.
Oh, okay. Okay. We are going to go to our last break for the evening, and I'm going to find out when all of these spells are going to expire, add them to our tracker, and then we're going to go into the boss room. We'll see
All
you
right.
all in a few minutes.